There's something about having American presidents do weird shit that's strangely compelling. A straight biopic about Nixon? Boring. Get that shit out of here. But Abraham Lincoln fighting vampires? Well, fuck yeah! What it seems to come down to is that even if we like the president being portrayed, we don't want to spend 2+ hours watching them make whatever political decisions made them popular. Unless it's about JFK. I mean, we could watch him do random boring shit for hours just to see him get his head blown off. We, the audience, would rather have the essence of our favorite political leaders translated into a more entertaining scenario. Like watching a shit-talking Franklin Delano Roosevelt get revenge against the Nazi werewolves that gave him polio. And now that I say that out loud, everything I just said appears to be entirely incorrect. So, join myself, Charlie, PT, and Mr. Moore as we figure out FDR, American Badass.
Who the hell writes things like this? Who's this guy? Why is he here? So we're just cutting to here now. Why not? He couldn't even write the animals well. How does that make any sense? How could he be there now like this?
No, just take her off.
What's this guy?
How do people act?
Fuck me. What did I just watch?
So FDR American Badass was pretty terrible.
That's the quick version.
Bye, guys.
Let's catch everyone up to speed. So we just did the whole fucking review, and Martin forgot to hit the fucking record button. So we're doing this again.
Maybe we could get our jokes a little snappier. I don't remember any of them.
Snappy enough.
I didn't make any jokes. I don't know.
So I think one of the things that we were talking about was, and to start this off, I loved this movie. I thought it was hilarious, and it had a bunch of snappy one-liners that were funny.
I would give this like 50-50, and I'm going to cut Charlie off there because he should only be allowed to say 50% of what he was going to say because it gets garbage after halfway through. Mm-hmm. I mean, those snappy, fun one-liners are great, but when you just oversaturated with it, you don't fucking care. I went from laughing hysterically at this movie to wanting to just leave the room and possibly set my house on fire.
There's a couple of eye-rolling moments. There's no doubt about it.
A couple, you say?
Yeah, there's a couple moments where you're just sitting there and you're saying, "Jesus Christ, this is a bit much." But the moments that are hilarious are there, and it's gold. The part of the very beginning, right when he's in bed and Eleanor is all upset that he has polio now, and he goes, "Eleanor, I love you, but you need to learn to shut the fuck up when grown men are talking."
Well, and this is immediately after she starts screaming, "Why, God? Why did you give him little shrivelly polio legs?"
And then they do show the legs, and the legs are great because it's like
rubber,
they keep
totally
fucking
clearly.
flipping over the thing. It's like
Just the legs. Like they never show an upper body. shot.
No. It's
clearly something fake.
I was howling. I was fucking laughing, and then they had the kid come in. The kid came in who had polio, and because he's all fucked up because he has polio and he can't walk and everything. And they say, "Hey, there's a kid just that has polio and he wants to come meet you, the governor." And the kid comes in and he has a stutter.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Am I gonna get a stutter? Does polio cause me to stutter now? No, sir. Oh, thank fucking God! Like something like that. It's just fucking...
It was so good.
No, sir, that's a separate condition.
I mean, I was howling at these moments, and then but I get it. I get what you guys are saying. I mean, there was a couple of moments too where you're just fucking rolling your eyes and.
Yeah, I'd say it's more than a couple. I say you're beating that dead horse. All right, so Charlie, would you say that you actually liked the entire movie?
No, I didn't like the entire movie.
You're the one fucking defending it to us, and you're like, no.
You liked most of it.
You guys are assholes. That's why you guys are saying it was a bad movie.
Oh yeah.
And what I'm saying was it was not a bad movie. It just had some bad parts. Was it a?
I'm saying it was a bad movie with some good parts.
See, and you're a pessimist, and I guess I'm just an optimist. You know, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. So, well, I mean, my point is, and this movie would have been good, and I wish movies didn't have to follow this fucking rule where they had to be an hour and a half. I wish that something like this would have been perfect in a 50-minute format. 5-0. It would have been funny. We would have all been talking about how funny it was. We would have been talking about how, like, wow, an hour into this fucking thing, I wanted to jam a fucking pencil in my ears.
20 minutes.
They would have trimmed a couple of things, like the more excessive, really like okay, end it.
Like with the guy, what did you call him, Paul?
What, the repube?
Yeah, the repube. When he was there's a big fucking scene when they're saying goodbye after all this fucking bullshit of his wife being a whore. Ha ha ha.
We will.
Which drag?
My wife and I
drag.
will
God,
suck
that
every
fucking
dick
drag.
we have to get you elected.
Yeah, and then it just kept going on, and it's kind of like that. It got a little funnier when the spit started hit coming out of his mouth, but then more spit came out of his mouth.
Really? You thought it got
more.
funny? I thought it started going downhill right when it did that. I'm like, I see where this is going. Great, this was kind of funny. Now they just won't let it go.
I wanna be your friend, but not in a gay way. We'll just sit in like a hot tub and chill. And
Yeah, that went on a little bit. I mean, that's a part where you're like, holy shit, this is cringeworthy. And then it's almost like a fucking Adam Sandler movie
Now,
where you're like, stop.
The thing is, like, you have to admire that they actually got the movie made, that it was actually released,
You're not wrong.
that it looks fine. Like, it looks fine. Like, it looks like a movie, right? I mean, for the most part. It's not like, I mean, B movie, but still, it's not like The Room, right? Like, it's not like that level of, like, whoa, what the hell is this room? What does this movie look like?
It's no.
They
I would,
actually had set
I'd
pieces?
say it is on par with the room, especially the special effects.
no, well, actually, no. I could not go with you there. And there is something to say because I want to I want to shit on this movie more than I am. And like I said, I did have a lot of fun at the beginning. It was so ridiculous and obviously over the top. But it did fall flat. But here's the thing. It was standing on its own two legs before Mr. Kevin Sorbo, who is also an executive producer on this film, came along and stuck his dick in it. Because they had everything set up, and he actually wanted in, which I guess shows Kevin Sorbo's taste, because he's been in a lot of ridiculous things before.
Lots.
Yeah,
And
well,
you can defend whatever it is, or say it has like this kitschy, fun B-movie flair to it, but the man is attracted to this shit. The man will actually get up and be like, hey, what's that? FDR American Bad. Oh, someone shits in a vase? Oh, I'm in. How much money do you need? Oh, only a few dollars?
you think that extends to more life choices? He's just like, oh, somebody shits in a vase? Yeah, I'm in.
I need a shit in a vase.
No, I'm sorry, you can't do that, but you can be Abraham Lincoln getting high.
Yeah,
That was-
telling people to emancipate dad ass.
That was one of the moments in the film when the kid shitting in the vase, and they bring that back. So that was an uncomfortable moment, and then they brought it back. But that whole scene there when they're celebrating that he won the presidency, and he's pouring milk over his fucking head, and he's doing this and he's doing that. It was just
That's really where
again,
the movie lost me.
Yeah,
What?
it was a bit much
What
at
is-
that point.
Well, and the Secret Service guy comes in. What's wrong with you? Well, you're the president now. Oh, I'm sorry. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Taft did the same thing.
Yeah. I mean,
See, and that's why I agree with this guy, Gregory Hamblin from Amazon.com. He gave the movie a 2 out of 10 review, but he said, granted, 3 to 5% of it's funny as hell, but the other 95 to 97% went full retard.
well, Greg Hamblin sounds like an asshole because that's not true. 97% of this movie was not unfunny. That's a bit unfair.
I'd agree with you. on that.
That's a bit much. I would say 65% was funny. 35% maybe wasn't funny.
The funny thing is, your percentages go beyond the minute count of the movie.
Right. Well, I mean, it's all relative, right? I mean, it's 100% of if it was 100% of 50 minutes was funny. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The point is that I was howling. I was howling with laughter, and I don't necessarily do that.
I don't know how everyone keeps using that fucking word because, I mean...
What, howling?
Yeah, there's a lot of... I mean, I've been trying to look up shit on this, and granted, I didn't do a very good job, because when do I ever do? One of the guys, his name is Ben Bailey, he's from stupidblueplanet.blogspot.com. He says, though there are a few rough spots where the super quick anything-goes comedy either goes too far or just falls flat, these points pale in comparison to the vast majority of moments that had me howling throughout.
I love the .blogspot. It's like, okay, this guy's an asshole.
I could
I don't know.
I could have cut that out, but apparently this guy couldn't spend the $15 for 12 months for the entire year of getting rid of the blog spot on it. Even I fucking did that when I had a website.
Blueplanet.blogspot.com.
But you know
Oh
what? That's
my
not even
God.
the weirdest website I found it.
Not legit. Oh shit! It's just
Yeah.
another one.com.
If I could register that, I totally would. But I found like a lot of these reviews from weird websites. Like no honest person was going to sit down and watch FDR American Badass. For some reason, it was military.org, debate.org, and observationdeck.io9.com, which I'm pretty sure is the space part of that website.
This is it was a war movie, man. I mean, it was
yeah.
World War II and Nazis, and it was it wasn't very historical.
They had MacArthur
They had
and
MacArthur.
Winston Churchill.
They certainly had people.
They did.
It also had Abraham Lincoln because history.
Yeah.
That guy got high.
Yeah, he got really high.
Had FDR. I mean,
It did have FDR.
And remember when the Axis of the
Evil?
Axis were all werewolves? That's
Yep.
probably where you guys are getting the howling from.
Mr. Governor, why do you think a werewolf attacked you? Oh, why don't you ask him? Oh, that's right, I blew his fucking head off.
Some of those responses were pretty funny.
That's what I completely forgot. The werewolf was the one that gave him polio because
Yes.
they were all carrying.
No, well, yes, they do say that. Oh fuck, it's a werewolf. They carry polio.
Fuck
Yeah.
polio.
But they also say that werewolves are telepathic and able to detect who is
Totally missed that part.
Yeah, it's in there. The reason they bit FDR before he became president was because they're telepathic and know who will change the world, and so they're trying to, like, they bit Lincoln, they bit Washington, they bit FDR. That's why they
When did
attacked
all
them.
this happen?
It's
when
in there.
Paul Moore commits, he commits. He watched
Wow.
this fucking
I
movie.
watched this movie. Why did you make me watch this movie?
Well, the fuck, it's called FDR American Badass. I thought maybe, we get the gang back together. We have a few laughs. We have some pizza.
This is Blues Brothers 2000. You just killed the band.
I guess we're not getting together again.
This movie, I thought, was decent. And you have to understand where I'm coming from when I do this fucking podcast. So usually you have me watching movies like Retarded or Blood-Sucking Freaks or whatever god-awful snuff film horror piece of shit you have me watch. And then when I turn this on and it's just like, oh, that was horrendous, there was bad this, there was bad that, the writing was horrible. This actually had some fucking jokes in it that made me laugh, and not laugh because a midget's decapitating someone and making it give himself a blowjob.
My understanding is that you chose to watch
I chose
Blood-Sucking Freaks.
So
And in
Blood-Sucking
fact,
Freaks was a choice.
subjected people to
Yes.
it. You foisted it on others.
Well, that was the old party trick. Just put Blood-Sucking Freaks on in the DVD player, hit play, and go in another room and let people walk in surprised.
We
But,
all did torturous things to our roommates, guys.
I swear to God, half of my episodes have turned into conversations about blood-sucking freaks because it's just so goddamn memorable.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a rough one. Retarded was a rough one.
Incredibly rough.
The last one we watched, the vanilla. I mean, that wasn't horrible, but it was very boring.
Yeah.
This wasn't that bad. It wasn't. It was. I would recommend this to people. I would say watch this movie.
That's
You'll
good.
Get a laugh.
That's a good question. Would you guys, under any circumstance, recommend it? Charlie, obviously, no shit. You'd be like, I am completely sober and saying you should watch this, to which you will be punched in the junk many times by many people.
I recommend it. Watch it.
If I knew your internet connection was going to cut out halfway, yes. Because, like, you'd get halfway, and then it would end, and you're like, oh, well, I guess I'll move on to something else, never realizing that they said the exact same things in the second half.
As much as I'm bitching about it, and I definitely hated the movie, I think I would recommend it somewhat, at least for, like, a good LARF or, like, a party movie. Just to put on when everybody's drinking or hanging out, like, around a couch or something in a small little intimate area.
I mean, you're right. There are definitely some like funny one-liners,
Yeah.
and it could be fun to enjoy, like spread the misery because everyone would react off of it. So, but just sitting there, like I was just sitting at my computer, just watching this alone in the dark, and
that
I'm
was
just
not
like,
a fun way to watch this movie.
Masturbating slowly while I stared in the mirror.
Well, would you guys agree with H. Keller, who I think Helen Keller is alive and well and giving Amazon reviews?
then how could she type it up?
She smashed her face into the keyboard.
Guys, she had hands.
Yeah, she just didn't have working eyes.
Well, that's not
So-
how they do it. I don't know if this thing.
That's not.
Setting fire to a $20 bill is a better use of your money than buying this. After I watched it, this DVD went into the trash.
So, where the fuck did she go to buy this? Not only buy this,
Amazon.com.
I
but for $20, they sell it for $20.
I guarantee
guess-
you it was abroad, and she was like, well, I was watching Sex in the City, and I figured I'd try out FDR American Badass for some reason, and I just didn't enjoy it at all.
Really? Is that how the progression goes? Oh, you like Sex in the City? Here, watch FDR American Badass.
Well, if it's on Netflix, of course it is.
Yeah, Netflix has some pretty wacky recommendations, yeah. But yeah.
Actually, do you want to know what? There's actually one woman. Her name is Amelia, Amerlia, Amerlia,
Yep. Merlia.
Amerlia, BL, who said, "Dumb me. I thought this was really about FDR, whom I had always admired.
It was. It was just.
It was totally about him."
You were correct. This is in fact about FDR.
So this person bought this fucking movie knowing full well it was called FDR American Badass, thinking it was a documentary. And then she goes on to say when she read the back, she was shocked about what it really was. All right, so you guys, here is American Badass. You read the back, which is obviously going to mention fucking werewolves and, I don't know, taking shits in vases and whatnot. Would you just continue with the movie?
What you don't know is that this is, in fact, a documentary.
Oh, fuck.
It was. That was real. That was found footage. It was a found footage film.
Yeah.
Well, it's...
There's real footage in there.
It apparently sat around for several
reenactment.
days before she decided to play it. And how long before you think she shut it off?
I don't know how long.
10 minutes.
She sounds like a fucking asshole.
She is.
And I'm gonna sit on the computer for 30 minutes, really thinking about what I'm gonna type.
I knew everything about this movie, but I still watched it and hated it. So surprise, surprise, it's bad. Maybe you just should have got the fucking hint.
Yeah, I like that. It's like, guys, this isn't an actual documentary. This isn't actually about FDR. It's a comedy. It's like, yeah,
Consumer
no shit,
Reports, I'm just giving it the alert. This is not, in fact, a documentary.
Yeah, we got it. Don't worry, Amir.
Flagged
whatever the fuck
for
your name
lies
is.
or whatever.
So I got a question for all of you.
What?
Would this be a little better, or maybe even more, if this were about Teddy Roosevelt?
I think it would be a completely different movie. It's probably just him.
obviously.
One thing
It's
he
probably
would
him
get
shooting and raping animals for like
But
3 hours.
That's like more. He seems more of an appropriate Roosevelt to call a badass.
But FDR was totally gangsta.
Here's the
Thug
thing.
life.
You can't do much with Teddy Roosevelt other than have him act awesome. Not only do you have Franklin Roosevelt doing random shit like having a wheelchair that shoots fucking rockets and machine gun bullets made out of silver, but
By the way, those bullets should have been shooting people in the ankles.
you know what? I said the word but what else do you need? He's in a fucking wheelchair shooting bullets at werewolves. You're not going to get that from Teddy Roosevelt. It's not going to be as fun or as kitsch.
True.
Actually, granted, this movie wasn't as fun or kitsch either, but
No.
still. That's why you have FDR, and that's why we voted for him.
I did like the Georgia guy, the repube. No, I'm a repube. So he had some funny moments. He had some fucking horrible moments.
Yeah, you want to talk about someone who overstayed his goddamn welcome?
Yeah, but
Well, he wrote it, so he's going to stay as long as he damn well pleases.
Yeah.
That's
the
why
writer.
it's a fucking lot.
But there was this, when he got bit by the werewolf. I thought that fucking scene was fucking hilarious. He's walking through and he gets like nicked on the fucking leg, and he's like, "That was unnecessary."
Well, what when they were fighting the werewolf originally, and it rips the guy's heart out and throws it at the other one in the face. And he's like, "Was that really necessary?" And the guy just the werewolf just shrugs at him. Like,
Why me? I'm fat and weak. So I'm telling you, there's some moments in this movie that will make you laugh fucking out loud.
There are. I think I would much rather watch like a very long trailer. Like they have a Red Band trailer that's supposed to be hysterical, and I didn't watch it because
Why would you do that? We watched the film. But yeah, you know, it was kind of funny. I was talking to a friend of mine, Jack Levangie, who's going to be listening. Is a radio great out there, but he watched this just by himself, out of enjoyment. Like he wasn't doing a fucking podcast. He just watched the movie.
Well, my apologies to a significant other.
Yeah, what he said is that the trailer was funny. That was his exact quote. So I mean,
well, if the trailer pulled anything from the first half of the movie, it very well could be funny.
Well, I mean that's what I think that we can all agree. The first 50 minutes were fucking funny, and just some bad moments. Even in the Bon Jovi part was fucking rough.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that. That's a Bon Jovi part.
Yeah.
The instant that guy mentioned the name, he's down on his luck, and they were like, "It's true."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god, this really is they're doing the
Yeah,
Bon
that
Jovi."
they're
completely
doing the
went over
Bon
my
Jovi
head.
song.
I had no idea.
That went over my head too because apparently we
guess
have.
we don't listen-
Paul, what do you and I
Living on a
have?
Prayer.
Which is why we don't listen to garbage like that. I think it's.
Better taste in music than
I was
others?
gonna say taste.
But yeah, I mean there was a Bon Jovi bit, and I hate fucking Bon Jovi. So I mean that's one thing right
Was Bon
there.
Jovi living on a prayer?
That's what
Whoa! Yes.
was that the song?
No. It was. Yeah. The
That
song
was
itself
the song,
was
right?
"Living on a Prayer."
It was
Yeah.
Living on a Prayer, and it was fucking horrible song and fucking horrible band, and Bon Jovi's a fucking douchebag. So I mean,
He's from Jersey.
yeah, that wasn't fun. That wasn't a good time.
Listen, man. All right. It's my life, and it's now or never. And
No,
I'm
we are
gonna
not
live-
making that reference.
I'm not going to live
We're-
forever.
No,
okay?
stop it. Stop it. Stop it. We are good people in this room. God damn it.
Well,
and
go see Paul Moore's Bon Jovi cover band this week at.
It's gonna be spoken word like William Shatner.
We call it Bon Jovi.
Living on a prayer.
But I mean, I could see giving this a horrible Amazon review if you're stupid enough to think that the History Channel made a documentary. Although in that fucking moron's defense, the History Channel does do like she could have Googled this for 5 seconds before spending money on it and figured it out. But she was like, "Buy now, yes, I want to watch this." But the History Channel does do some pretty shady like motorcycle badass. It's like, why is this on History Channel?
Aliens?
Yeah, mountain men. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Hairy bikers.
Don't you know that motorcycle aliens built the pyramids?
Yeah, I mean, it's so...
I'm not saying motorcycle bikers made the pyramids, but
we're just asking questions.
we're just asking questions.
As
Did motorcycle badasses who from Mars build the pyramids?
No.
No. We're just asking questions.
as far as we know, there is a fucking History Channel documentary out there called FDR American Badass. So who actually fucking knows?
If there was a documentary called FDR American Badass, that was I guess I already said the word documentary. Would you guys think it would be better than what we saw?
Absolutely not.
No, it'd probably be pretty boring. It's like, this is why he's so cool, guys. And then
And FDR on D-Day was sitting in his office when he said, "My
You
God."
have nothing left to fear but fear.
Oh, yeah, I like how they
So-
just squeezed the fucking
Quotes in,
all
yeah.
those quotes in just randomly everywhere.
And they have all these guys, and they completely skip over like major events that could have had a lot of comic potential. Like, as funny as it was seeing Albert Einstein getting shit on. Not literally.
Smart
I mean,
move, Einstein.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do have to point out that it was not literally.
That was not literally.
given this movie,
Once.
it was not literally. There was so much potential. Like, he's working on the Manhattan Project, but you don't see a nuke fall.
It was so funny. It's like, good, nice move, Einstein. And then, who's that? It's Albert Einstein, a real jackass. I don't know. It was fucking great. I'm telling you, I laughed.
Honestly,
recommend the movie.
I guess I could recommend it if you were, say, reading a book and you looked up every 10 minutes. Maybe this would be like the greatest thing you've
Yeah,
ever
just
seen.
like, again,
I think that's
first
kinda how I
half,
watched
maybe glance away every so often, play another game while you're doing it, and then, just tune out for most of the end. Although, I watched it, and,
Pretty thoroughly, from what I understand.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I have to. It's
Yeah.
a condition.
It's either that or we're not going to pull our own weight.
Nope.
So I think what you guys are saying is the best way to really get through this fucking movie is to be doing something else while the movie's on.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
if you're cleaning your apartment, or if you're painting models, or if you're on your phone jerking off and you just peer up every now and again, this might be a movie for you to check out. Or if you're just so completely shit-faced where parts of your night disappear, this is definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
I don't know. I laughed. I would recommend it. I say watch it. It's only an hour 20. I don't even think it's an hour and a half. I think it's an hour 26 minutes.
What?
Granted, some of those minutes are unnecessary, but
Completely unnecessary.
but the parts that are in there that are funny are fucking hilarious. So
Yeah, this movie will have you quoting it if you're a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, well, obviously,
Yeah.
well, obviously,
all
all of
day.
us, all of us are douchebags, and we've been all quoting it.
You watch either the first half or the second half.
One of them will be good.
All right, guys, let's get to your final thoughts. If you got to sum up this movie in 3 to 5 words, Charlie, how would you do it?
So, I would say it's funny and vulgar, and I mean,
And you're not paying attention to the fucking rules. 3 to 5 words, jerk off.
well, some of them are ums. I mean, the ums count as words. I recommend it. 7 thumbs up. Give it a watch. You'll laugh.
Charlie, again, god damn it.
What are you,
just
inbred?
don't, no wonder why you failed college. You can't follow the fucking instructions on the form. All right, we're going to go to Paul
That
Moore.
was a low blow, Martin.
It was.
I-
and he passed college, too, so that's
Eventually.
really...
FDR America Falls Flat.
Boom. See, Charlie, how hard was that? You couldn't do that.
Well, Paul Moore's cold. That was something cold to say. I can't just say it's funny and then Paul Moore come out and say something just cold like that. I mean, that's not fair.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, Paul.
Recommended.
Last one. 3 to 5 words. How would you sum up this movie?
Hey, it's that guy.
The movie.
Oh, man. You know what? I got a quote to close it out. This is the movie summed up in its own words. Play to playa, pimp to pimp, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
What was with that dialogue? It's like
FDR. Charlie in the 30s. He wouldn't say that. Get it?
Yeah. All right, guys, so you get to pick the next movie, of which I think Paul's going to sit this one out because he didn't watch 2 movies that he just could not get through.
in a row I've done.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys want to do it. We'll figure that out.
I'll be in.
Yeah, Charlie, you're always in. You're going to be on the show so much, I'm going to make you do some fucking work eventually.
Yeah.
You're funny.
I'll get the Paul Moore chair.
Hey,
the racist chair?
I am not a racist. Now
That's
that
a
we're
chair that
recording.
makes you racist.
That's what racist people say.
I am
Just
not
for
a
the record.
racist if it happens to be true.
Just because this is made of real human skulls and pig leather.
Anyway.
Racist. So anyway, I got 3 movies here, and you guys get to pick which one is going to be the next one. Now, the list of movies is dwindling down, so all the ones that I guess you could consider quote-unquote good are slowly disappearing. So we're getting into the real crap territory.
Jesus Christ.
So the first...
Oh, we were just getting to that now? Oh, that's good.
Could have fooled me.
Okay, the first one is The Comedy, which is a movie about a hipster who's mean to his friends.
No.
You're not even going to be on this. What is this, so bad? You don't even... It's going to happen.
Go on.
Okay. Deathstalker, which is a cross between Conan the Barbarian and Super Mario Brothers, and you pretty much get the movie. And the third one is...
I don't know if we do.
I'm pretty sure. I could swear I've heard of that before.
Did it come out in the 80s?
I think most
Yes.
of this list is from last time, too.
Yeah, some of it is because in case you haven't guessed, for the new people coming in, all 3 of you after the 30 others, disappear. There is a list of movies, and I give 3 options each time. And as we see each one, that's one less movie that they get to choose from. So right now there's 3, but I think there's only 6 left. And the last one is Hardware. And the last movie is called Hardware. After the apocalypse, an artist finds a robot head that manages to bring itself back to life. And this being a 90s movie, it probably tries to kill everyone.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So which one do you guys want to see myself and possibly others, actually yes, and others, do next? The Comedy, Deathstalker, or Hardware? Mr. Moore, we'll start with you.
Oh, that's a tough one.
There's no right answer, Paul. So don't.
I know.
No matter what you pick, everyone loses.
Yeah, but I might still somehow be roped into doing the next one, which means I don't want to punish myself.
Maybe not. That's your choice. I merely give you the option, and you keep saying yes. I think maybe there's some carbon monoxide leak in your fucking basement because evidently you just keep being.
Sadomasochism, yeah.
I keep saying, hey, do you want to see FDR American Badass? And you go, yes.
I'm a glutton for punishment. What can I say?
Yeah, we all are.
Let's go with what's the first one?
The Comedy.
Let's go with The Comedy.
Oh shit!
I'd like to point out that The Comedy is an ironic title. It is there's literally no comedy in it.
No shit. So
But you're skipping the next one. It's fine.
yeah, what do you care?
Well, if it's
So Paul, why don't you pick one? Why don't you pick one? If you're the one's like, The Comedy sucks. It's gonna. Yes, everything I watch sucks.
but The Comedy's unbearable.
Have you seen The Comedy?
I've seen parts of it.
Oh, well, then how about I'll change my answer to not...
No. We got your answer. So what were the last 2 again?
Deathstalker.
Deathstalker, this is the Mario Brothers sort of.
And Hardware.
Hardware. But I want to see how they're going to have, what kind of budget they're working with to make this robot.
Okay, Charlie.
Can't wait.
We have one for The Comedy, one for Hardware. What is your pick?
So I don't know. I mean, this is like picking out the least smelliest shit. It's
And you
tough to
can't
do.
smell them.
And you can't smell them, and you really have no idea what you're getting into
Until you step in it.
I mean, when I started out, The Comedy sounded like I wanted to go there, and then PT said that he was interested. That he said it was horrible. I think I'm going to go Deathstalker.
Ooh.
Oh shit! So
Yeah,
we get a 3-way split. So we have one for The Comedy, one for Deathstalker, one for Hardware, which means it's up to me. Which, me being an asshole, means we're doing The Comedy.
Oh, God damn it!
Oh,
Hope you guys like the worst of Tim and Eric.
I've seen the Tim and Eric movie. There's worse Tim and Eric than Tim and Eric. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for eating my pizza and my cookies. Now get the fuck out of my house. That's it for now. Catch more episodes on iTunes, Stitcher, or YouTube. Email us at wdijwpodcast@gmail.com to give us your comments, questions, recommendations, or just some good old-fashioned hate mail. Check out our new Facebook page and post a comment saying, "Hello, how are you?" or "Go fuck yourself." If you choose the latter, at least like us while you're at it. You can also find me on Twitter at SomeJerkFB or on Tumblr at SomeJerkFromBoston. Until next time, don't waste your vote. Write in Barry Bostwick or Kevin Sorbo. Their cocks still work. Adios for now.